Yo, what's up? Yo, 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 yo. What's happening, people? How's everyone doing? What's up, yo? What's up, guys? It has been a while. I almost forgot how to do all this, if I'm being honest. How's everyone doing? Y'all good? What's up, guys? Good to see y'all. Did I get a chance to talk with Geekdom? Why would I do that? Why would I want to do that? What's up, everyone? Te presto mi PS5? Kyle, bro. But what's up, everyone? Yeah, I guess we have a lot to talk about, right? I guess I should say, yeah, the reason why I haven't been streaming so much, guys, is because I had my schedule, like just my general schedule in life, I guess, like shifted a little bit. I'm in the home stretch of of school and stuff, so I I'm a little more busier than usual, and then I get home on time for wrestling. But I'm not gonna lie, by the end of the show, I'm just so tired that I don't even want to stream. So I feel like I owed it to you guys to like have a makeup stream, a catch up stream where we can just talk about everything that I've missed, man. Because there has been some good stuff going on that I wanted to talk about. Like obviously in the y'all saw the thumbnail, the Kenny Omega Okada stuff. Um, yeah, what's it called? That was super sick, and then the whole Tony Khan angle with him getting attacked by the new elite, just all that stuff. You guys haven't even really heard me talk about that, huh? That's crazy how much I've missed. But yeah, man, there's been a lot going on. I know that what was it today? Backlash. I'm not really gonna talk about that because one, I didn't watch it, so but I heard good stuff about the main event. But yeah, that's not what you guys are here anyway for. I know, I know. This is a AEW, um, what's it called, group. Am I wearing a neck brace like Tony Khan? Yeah. But yeah, guys. Uh, so what do you guys think about the stories going on right now in wrestling? What do you guys think, bro? Yeah, I heard the French crowd for the WWE shows these past few days were phenomenal. That they were amazing. And and it's funny how every like how do I even say this without making anyone mad? Basically every foreign crowd is better than most American crowds. And I find that the best American crowds are the ones like that are, you know, in rowdy cities like for example, like Chicago, New York, things like that. Cuz well, it's funny that I say that cuz this past Wednesday AEW had a pretty good crowd on hand and they were in Canada, but the crowd sucked, man. So actually, I take back what I said. Well, that's why I said most foreign crowds are usually better than the domestic crowds. But but yeah, man, like this Canadian crowd, like that's why I say, man, does it even matter if the crowd is big? Like I've been saying it for the past few weeks, you know. I rather take a small crowd that is loud and passionate over a big crowd that it sounds just lifeless, bro. Like, come on, you got Kenny Omega returning, you got the Kenny Omega Kazuchika Okada face off, and you're telling me that like it just sounded like dead, bro. Or is it just me? Yeah, yes, Kendrick Lamar squashed Drake. I and if you think otherwise, then I don't know what to tell you, bro. Was Drake there? Drake is about to be compromised by the feds, bro. Freaking Flash. They need to go to Texas. They need to do a pay-per-view here, man. I'm just I'm the fact that they released the whole paper. Remember when they dropped the pay-per-view schedule from just a few weeks ago, and then there was no Texas on there. I was like, bro, what are we doing? They're doing two pay-per-views within the New York area, and I guess that's understandable because it's New York. But come on, bro. This guy. Should we label this guy a troll in the chat? He says that AJ versus Cody was better than Osprey versus. He says Daniel Bryan. He didn't even call him by the right name. What a bro. That's the thing too. With all my content lately, let's get rid of this troll anyway. All my content lately, like it has been getting bombarded by these trolls, and even when I'm not even, it has nothing to do with WWE, like my videos, most of them. Like obviously on the April Fool's video, I was welcoming the trolls to come in and say what they wanted, but um every single one of my videos now is bombarded by trolls, even the live streams and everything. Not that it matters, but that just goes to show you where we are in the 2024 wrestling landscape. But yeah, so I heard that, yeah, I heard that AJ versus Cody was really good. Um, but come on, there's no match like, even in AEW. I find it hard that any promotion will be able to. I find it hard to believe that any promotion will be able to top Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay. That includes AEW, that includes New Japan, that includes WWE, that includes Stardom, that includes CMLL. Bro, nothing is topping that. Every match is fighting for second place, basically. Every other match is now fighting for second place. Know what I mean? But yeah, I don't just want to like, I don't, yeah, I don't know, guys. My energy over the past few weeks when it comes to this whole wrestling thing has changed a lot. I don't really want to spend time saying Fed bad and all this stuff. Like I'm over it. If they say it was a good match, it was a good match. There's no way that it was better than Osprey and Danielson though. I know that for sure. I don't even have to watch it to know that. But yeah, this whole angle with Tony Khan in a neck brace I think is super funny, and to, I guess, to give you guys a little insight, I already have my next video essay planned, because I know that there's people who only care about my video essays. It's not you guys, obviously. You guys are the real ones who come out and hang out no matter what. You guys are real fans. But my next video essay, I'll drop the news here, is probably going to be mapping out the entire New Elite storyline. And I'm talking entire. I want to go into like maybe even 2026, maybe, but for sure into late 2025. And when I say late 2025, I mean like literally like December. So I want to map out the whole thing. It's basically, I hate using the term, but it's essentially a fantasy booking video, right? Like that's essentially what it is. If I'm predicting where things are gonna go, or how I want them to go, that's essentially what it is, right? Fantasy booking. But but yeah, because I have this whole thing in mind, man. I already know who I want to be the person to defeat the New Elites. I know I want some plot. I have some plot twists already in my mind that they should do and stuff like that. Like, but yeah, man. Like that'll probably be my next video. No, not probably. That will be. It's just a matter of finding the time for it, man, and the energy. If I'm being honest, that's why I like doing streams because they're like someone on my last stream. Someone commented that that my streams are lazy, and that they're like stop doing streams. And I was like, bro, don't tell me to stop doing what I like doing. They're chill and it makes it easy on me, and you guys like asking me questions and I like answering your questions. So yeah, bro, like it's crazy. Um, the video froze. Yo, can you guys hear me? Okay, you guys can hear me. No, yeah, the game just stopped moving. Why do you guys keep bringing up geekdom? What did he say about me? No, I didn't see it. That's the someone else left a video. What did he even say? I don't even want to know. Well, no, I do want to know. Did he try roasting me? He really got butthurt about me ratioing him, didn't he? I ratioed him on Twitter, and now all I see is people bringing him up in my content. He tagged me. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Let me guess. He was mad, bro. But yeah, what's it called? I'm still not enjoying the Jericho thing. I don't really want to even talk about that because I know there's people saying, "Ha ha ha, Chris Jericho has done it again. He's proven his doubters wrong." Nope, I still think he stinks. I don't like the story. I don't like the character, and and yeah, I just think I don't think anything Jericho does. So yeah, I'll admit my biases. I don't think anything Jericho does will win me over at this point. Like I'm 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 a hater. I'm not as big of a hater as Kendrick Lamar is. That dude's the biggest hater of all time, but that's why he's the goat. But yeah, man. I'm over here talking all this stuff about geekdom, and you guys are telling me that he responded nicely. But it's because he made a dumb post on Twitter. This was like this was a long time ago already. How long ago was it? It was like a month ago already, on WrestleMania week, and I I called him out. I ratioed him, and yeah, that was it. I haven't talked about him before or since that. Um, but yeah, man, I don't know. Uh, Damn, I missed some super chats. My bad. Lone Wolf says, "Thanks, man. Fighting for third. Danielson versus Zack Saber Jr. has second locked." Actually, you're right, and I'm a doofus. I'm a big dummy for forgetting that one. But you're right, man. I love that match, and it was my match of the year until Osprey Daniel and Danielson happened. Oz, what's up, my boy? Thank you for the support, man. But yeah, man, like, um, what was I even talking about? This new elite storyline, Kazuchika Okada, Kenny Omega returning. So I think the thing that everybody wants to know is Kenny Omega is closer to returning than not, right? Because he took a beating, bro. Like he took a chair shot and everything, and they even like he took some offense on the stomach area. There's no way he there's no way they wouldn't have done that if he wasn't like at least a couple of months out from returning, right? Like he even said, "Give me a couple of months and they'll do Okada versus Kenny in America," right? Like, or is it just me? Lone Wolf says same. I didn't think anything would top it, but yeah, man, I agree. Then I guess my judgment of geekdom was was skewed. I judged him off that one dumb post he made, and then I called him out on it. But it's okay. It's all right. I forgive him then. I thought Kenny still needs surgery. Um, the thing is, nobody knows. They might have worked us all, because I know that Kenny on his streams, he said that he still hasn't had surgery and that he's still considering it, or that it's still on the table. Um, they might have worked us all, man. Because if he still needs surgery after this angle on Dynamite, then that would suck. Because that would mean, like, there's no knowing when he'll be back. I really feel like they were teasing Okada Omega 5 for All In at Wembley this year. That's the vibe I got. I could be completely wrong though. Could be completely wrong. But if you have that match on the card, then holy crap, that's how you fill out the rest of the stadium, man. The ticket sales are already doing good. I think they're currently at what, 41,000. That was the last update weeks ago. I haven't seen the latest update. They were at 41,000 tickets sold as of a few weeks ago. Um, I also think that Will Ospreay probably won't be in the main event this year, then, right? Because they're probably going to give him the international title against Roderick Strong at Double or Nothing. So they're going to wait on Ospreay. And if that is the case, I think we said on the previous stream that Pac versus Ospreay should be the match they do at Wembley. I think that would be sick. It would be a banger, and also, of course, two Brits, right? Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up? What's up? What's up? Everyone just joining. I know it was like a last minute stream that wasn't on schedule, but yeah. Oh yeah, like that's another thing, guys. You know how AEW is being moved all around now because of the NBA playoffs. That's another thing. Like, I don't like to stream on days where the show goes 3 hours, because by the time it's over, for me, I think it's too late. You guys gotta remember that I'm an old man at this point. But so yeah, that's another thing. Like, the NBA playoffs are currently happening, and AEW is moving all over the place. Well, Collision and Rampage are, right. Um, so that's another reason why my streams have been delayed a little bit. But yeah, I really look forward to that next video that I was telling you guys about. The next video essay of mapping out the entire new Elite storyline, where I want it to go. And yeah, man, like, I think this storyline has a lot of potential. And like I say, I don't care about like metrics like attendance and ratings and all that. This past week's crowd was pretty big, and they were quiet. If I would rather have a small crowd that is loud. But if anything, I was gonna say the quarter hours for this past week's Dynamite showed that the new Elite storyline is, in fact, the most interesting thing on the show. And I'm really interested to see where they take it, because there's a lot of factors that we still need to bring in. Like, well, Kenny Omega was one. Obviously, he's going to go after Okada when he's cleared. Hopefully, that's by All In. I really hope so. Um, we still have Hangman. And Hangman, is he the third man? Is he the third man, or the fifth man in this case? Or is he going to stand by Team AEW? You have the world champion. Is he going to get involved eventually? Swerve Strickland. There's a lot of factors, man. Who else am I missing? The possibility of... I was going to say Adam Cole, because he has history with all of these guys, but he's probably going to be preoccupied with MJF once MJF gets back. But MJF, that's another thing that happened since I last streamed. MJF apparently got surgery, so his return is delayed a little. Lone Wolf just sent in a super chat, said, "Holy crap, Dave called Fightful and PWI." bootlickers essentially. Did he really? That's crazy. So you see, guys, you see what started all of this? It was Kendrick, Lamar, and Drake, bro. That beef is inspiring everyone to just call out their ops, their their biggest rivals, their to channel their inner hater and just call everyone out. No way that happened. I thought Dave and Sean were on good terms. It's crazy for him to do that. I don't like most dirt sheets anyway, so I'm just gonna laugh at what this brings. Did MJF get a hair transplant? Because yeah, I did see that his hairline looks much better. Um, I did see that recent pic of him. If he got a hair transplant, then it looked like it worked. Smooth, what's up, Smooth? Have you been here, bro? Haven't seen you. Yeah, I don't know about all this dirt sheet beef. That's weird, bro. What side are you guys on? I'm not on anyone's side. That's just uh, like little corny. Oh, he said it on the boards. Well, it's gonna get out. I know that Fightful has a Discord. If anyone is in there, Sean will probably respond on there rather than Twitter. I'm not on it. That's what I'm saying. If anyone's in there, let me know. I want to hear about this silly beef. Yo, what's up, Smooth? We're in the era of beef, apparently. Yeah, dude, dirt sheets. I don't know. They're silly, bro. They're silly, Willy. Oh, okay. I just seen it. Sorry, guys. I should have told you. Yeah, okay. I saw it. Dave Meltzer called him out. So who's gonna drop the first diss track? Sean Ross Sapp or Dave Meltzer? Who has ghostwriters and who doesn't? Oz says Drake and Lamar. No, Oz and Garcia. True. That you're a fool, Oz. That's a rivalry. That's a classic Tranquilo Club stream rivalry right there. Anybody who's been here knows about that one. To those who heard the Kendrick Drake um diss tracks, which one was the best one? Has to be Meet the Grams, right? Has to be. Has to be. Roosh is back. Yep, Roosh is back too. And I hope they find something for him to do. I know they're still introducing him, like reintroducing him back into the fold. So I'm not complaining or anything, but I'm saying like a few weeks down the line, I hope he's put into the story because Ray Phoenix is back too, and that was a super good last minute surprise. Um, so yeah, like we're the fact that we're starting to get a lot of these names back. It's crazy how many names AEW has out right now due to injury, and they're still putting on shows like Dynasty and Revolution. Like, like what even is this roster, bro? It's like I said in my Dynasty review video. No matter what you think of the weekly TV, the pay per views at this point are always going to be all timers. Euphoria went crazy. Yeah, Euphoria was sick, but Meet the Grams was gnarly, bro. Gnarly. Like the bit I saw it described as like Meet the Grams was like a almost like a horror movie, but like in song form. And I was like that's a perfect way to describe it. Bandido. Bandido needs to come back too. He's the next one. He's been out for a long time, man. Like I remember when he first got hurt. I remember thinking, oh, he'll be back. Like in a couple of months, like it'll be cool. But it feels like he's been out for almost has it been a year now? Because it feels like it has been. It feels like it has been. Ethan Page is also gone. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm pretty like um I was pretty like I don't even know if bummed is the right word, but I was like, ah man. But I understood, I understood why he's left AEW, because I'm not gonna say he was like wasted or anything, because like who were you gonna whose push would you sacrifice over his? Really, the only person I'd say is Jericho. But even then, Tony Khan for some reason is never gonna stop with Jericho. But yeah, man, that honestly bummed me out. I'm an Ethan Page fan. I always thought he was. I at least think he should have been champion, TNT champion, over Scorpio Sky when they were all in that story in 2022. But I understand why he left. His vlogs are awesome. I think he's just a. I think he's a cool guy. Um, if he goes back to TNA, him and Josh Alexander can obviously link up again. But if he goes to WWE, I guess he'll do good in NXT. I don't know how he'll do on the main roster though. But we'll see, man. Yeah, and I don't blame those who think Ethan Page was always missing something. I don't even blame you if that's your opinion either, because in a way I kind of see what you mean. Um, but yeah, like I just feel like like yeah, I was like when I saw that news drop, I was like, damn man, like it's obviously not the end of the world. AEW is gonna be perfectly fine. Like, um, he was already on Ring of Honor too anyway. It's not like he was on AEW TV anymore. But um, yeah, I was just like, that guy's cool. But I wish him well, and I hope he succeeds wherever he goes, man. We're gonna start seeing a lot of that. I think with I think Tony Khan's gonna keep most of his top guys, and I say most only because um, anything can happen in wrestling. I think he'll be able to keep most of his top guys for as long as he wants. But a lot of the lower level talent, like for example, Matt Hardy, which I'm glad he's gone. Ethan Page, um, those guys I think will choose to go elsewhere, and you can't blame them. You can't blame them at all. Someone like Scorpio Sky, bro. The whole thing with Scorpio Sky is weird. Remember when he was part of the marketing push for Collision last year when Collision first started, and then he was on like the first few episodes, and then he like disappeared again. That was really weird. Do I play any fantasy booking games? I didn't even know there was fantasy booking games. But no, to answer your question, no. I don't know if they'll want to keep Jeff Hardy. I think Jeff Hardy will want to leave. I think those guys are a lock to go back to WWE. I know that Matt Hardy went back to TNA, but I think that'll only be like for a year or something, and they're going back to WWE eventually, bro. Like they're gonna be in the Hall of Fame or whatever. The the fake Hall of Fame, which Christian Cage, which Christian Cage said just recently. He said, "Let me know when there's a real Hall of Fame," which is pretty based if you ask me. But yeah, a lot of the lower level guys, I think either might just not be renewed or they might choose to leave. But um, I'm still, I'm still surprised and like disappointed in the releases that that AEW did. Like like a guy like Jose the assistant, like bro, he was such a huge part of Rush's presentation that now I'm like, well, I hope they have a plan for Rush without Jose, and we'll see how it goes. Tama Tonga and Tongaloa are apparently, yeah, they're in WWE. Those are huge signings, bro. Bro, how like anybody who watched New Japan, how long have those guys been washed? like like we've been making jokes about those guys for years about how they literally should go to WWE, and then they finally, and then we've been saying that for years, and then all these years later they finally joined WWE. I think it's good for New Japan to make some room for others, man. I still think that New Japan needs to, they need to do something with their younger talents. And I mean like obviously Shota Umino, um Yota Tsuji, those guys. Yo yo, what's up? Yup, the Gorillas of Destiny are officially in the Fed, bro. Their peak was 2019. I would argue that they that's when they started like already, how do you even say it, falling off. I think their peak was like 2018 maybe, but yeah, but it for sure was around there. Like once we entered this decade, they really served no purpose in New Japan. And I remember it was funny because I remember when the Elite were in Bullet Club, um and so we're like the Gorillas of Destiny. Um, a lot of New Japan hardcores were on God side because they would say stuff about the Elite about how they're not really part of Bullet Club. They're comedy wrestlers and all this stuff. In hindsight, it's so funny to see them hyping up such mid over guys like Kenny, the Young Bucks, Cody, Hangman. you know, like bro, this was all during Bullet Club Civil War. I remember those days. The Motor City Machine Guns. When are they gonna show up, man? Has there even been a report? Has there been a report at all? I know the report, the most recent one was that they were joining AEW, right? But when are they showing up, man? Maybe till the pay per view, Double or Nothing. Which, by the way, how we feeling about Double or Nothing? So far, we got Mercedes versus Willow, Swerve versus Christian Cage. We have Osprey versus Roderick Strong, and Tony Storm versus Serena Deeb. Someone asked me how I'm feeling about that match, and I think it's a good match to do. I feel like they were gonna build up to this a little more with with the Yuka match, right? Like Serena Deeb was supposed to wrestle Yuka. I don't think she ever did, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, because I just feel like I've been missing out a lot on like Rampage if it happened there. But I don't think they got the chance to wrestle, right? Because Yuka got injured. So I feel like they were gonna build up Serena Deeb a little more, and then it just didn't happen due to injuries and stuff. So they just still went with it. So some might say that it might have like came a little bit out of nowhere. But now they had been building up Serena Deeb for months now since she's been back. Hold up, y'all. Yo, Steven, what's up, man? I don't think I even saw you. It's good to see you here, bro. And I agree that the grizzled young vets, they should just sign them because they're pretty beast. But yeah, Serena Deeb is like a very like formidable opponent, and especially because lately I just feel like Tony Storm finally figured out how to have good matches with this gimmick. Or is it just me, guys? Like you know how that was the biggest complaint about timeless Tony Storm. It finally feels like, and I hope I didn't just like jinx it like I always do. I jinx everything. But it feels like she finally figured out how to mix a good gimmick and still have a good match. But yeah, of course, I don't think Serena will be the one to beat Tony Storm. I stand by my belief that it's either gonna be Mariah May or Jamie Hayter, and I think Jamie Hayter will return at Double or Nothing 1 year to the day that we last saw her last year at Double or Nothing, and she'll have a big face off with Tony, and they're gonna build that match for All In because in between Double or Nothing and All In we only have Forbidden Door, and at Forbidden Door, Tony's probably gonna wrestle. Will it be Mina Shirakawa? Do we think it's gonna be Mina from Stardom? It might be her, right? So, so yeah, I think that's the perfect way to do it. At Double or Nothing, Tony beats Serena. Jamie Hayter comes back, and they start the build there for the big match at Wembley. And I think that's your Wembley match, bro. Am I cooking or nah? Did I see Wendy Richter call Tony Storm out? Yeah, I did. I saw that. But yeah, I think that's the perfect way to do it. But obviously, at Double or Nothing, someone just brought it up. Smooth, nah. You gotta admit, I'm cooking, bro. What are you talking about? How it? you're you're crazy. Tony needs 500 days. I'm not opposed to it, but by the time All In comes around, she would have had like a really good run because she won the title at what, Full Gear this year, right? It was Full Gear, right? November, so December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. That's a 9 month reign, which is a fantastic reign, and I think she'll be okay if she drops the belt back to Jamie Hayter. Maybe that's not even the plan. Maybe I'm being overconfident, right? Like maybe that's not even the Kung Fu Kenny. I'm the biggest hater. So I know that we've talked about Anna Jay and how she hasn't really improved for a lot in the past few years, but um I will say her last few matches have been like of a quality that's more expected in AEW. Like in AEW, the in ring quality is much higher than I would say in most companies in the world. So I still don't think she's. I wouldn't call her great, but I have seen some improvement, and I think a lot of that has to do with she's been wrestling more frequently. So yeah, I'm not gonna be as harsh as I have been before, but she was always the go-to example that I would use of someone who should take indie bookings, like Sky Blue, who has improved like dramatically over the past few years. Sky Blue takes indie bookings all the time, on days where AEW isn't running shows, and she's improved a lot, and now she's having death matches in AEW regularly, so that goes to show you where she's at, compared to Anna Jay. Mariah beats Tony at Wrestle Dream. If Jamie Hayter is if Jamie Hayter isn't the plan for All In, I wouldn't be opposed to that, because Wrestle Dream is happening in the the Tacoma Bowl. Is that what it is? It's a giant arena, man. Like it seats 20,000 with a stage setup. With a stage setup, I think it seats 20,000. So I think that'd be the perfect moment for that there. Oz and Glorious says I keep seeing WCW 2000 reference, but the closest thing is the Fed signing every oh my god every Polynesian and adding them to the bloodline. I mean, yeah, they keep doing that. I appreciate your super chat though, but yeah, man, like it's just like they keep adding members to the bloodline. How many of them? How long is this bloodline story gonna keep on going? Because it kind of feels like they're just trying to extend it as much as possible, and who knows when Roman's gonna be back. And yeah, I don't know. I can't really like comment on the WWE product just because I don't watch it like that. So yo, Eighth, what's up? I don't know if the name is the Tacoma Dome. It's that's why I said. Did I say correct me if I'm wrong? I'm sorry if I didn't, but yeah, um, it's a giant building though, bro. Like I said, 20,000 with a stage setup. I don't think people realize how big that is, because usually these NBA arenas with a stage setup, they usually sit like 12,000 at most. That's if you don't open up the seats behind the stage and stuff like that. They can set anywhere from like 12 to 14,000. But yeah, 20,000 with the stage setup is insane, and that's why a lot of people were speculating on whether Wrestle Dream will be Brian Danielson's last match as a full time wrestler or not. And if it is, who's he gonna wrestle there? My prediction was Kenny Omega, but we don't know if he'll be back by then. Cause they gotta run that rematch, bro. Ever since Grand Slam, can you guys believe it? It's gonna be 3 years since that match, and they've managed to keep them apart for the most part. The closest thing we got to them crossing paths was last year when they did the whole Blackpool Combat Club versus Elite storyline, and I really thought we were gonna get the rematch during this feud, and apparently we were at Wembley. Apparently they were gonna have their rematch at Wembley All In last year. Yeah, Gabe Kidd is the real leader of the Bullet Club War Dogs. That dude's a beast. What a beast, bro. Smooth, weren't you also at All In Wembley? That's crazy. That you flew to London for that. Yeah, Wrestle Dream has to be a stacked card. And like we've been saying, there's no reason why they can't with this roster, especially with names returning once MJF is back and Kenny Omega. You got Okada on your roster, you got Osprey. You can make some magic happen, bro. Um Someone did say that Mercedes Monet has, a lot of hype to live up to at Double or Nothing, and I would agree. Um, I've already been on the record to say that I think she's probably the best women's wrestler to ever come out of America. But she has been out for, by the time Double or Nothing happens, it would have been just about a year. And yeah, man, like, let's just hope she delivers, because if not, I already know the. I've already seen some of the AEW fan base like um, kind of being skeptical, but nah, if she's fully like recovered, and she, how do you say it? She's been, and if she's been training like hard enough as she's been posting about, then I think everything will be fine. I think everything will be fine, but we'll see. We shall see. There are people campaigning for Willow and Mercedes to main event, Double or Nothing, and I can maybe see it. It depends on how because I really liked the segment they had. Was it last week? It wasn't this past week. It was last week at Daly's place. Um, it felt like a big deal. But then again, I wouldn't want Swerve's first title defense on the pay per view to not main event. But then again, if he's main eventing Wembley, which like obviously he is at this point, then I think him not main eventing Double or Nothing is forgivable. Well, yeah, we already know that. No matter what AEW does, people are gonna crap on it. But yeah, I mean, I'm way over the I'm over all that anti AEW stuff. Like I feel like my April Fool's video was my diss track, and I just want to move on. Yeah, the thing is, we're not always gonna agree on everything. You know, like I brought up the fact that Mercedes and Willow could possibly main event the pay per view, but you know, I know that some people are gonna be for it, some people are gonna be against it. But it also depends on how well they build Swerve versus Christian, and I'm sure they're gonna build it really well. I mean, it's Christian, bro, and Swerve. Smooth, bro. You're the Fed fan, bro. Come on now. I saw you on screen during WrestleMania. What are you talking about? For everyone that doesn't know, if you have any WWE questions, you guys can ask Smooth in the chat. He'll answer them for you. He's the biggest WWE fan. He's the biggest WWE fan here. Did I see Jay White do a Death Rider on Rampage? I did not. I did not. Rampage was this week, right? On after Dynamite. I think I checked out after Dynamite was done. Like Rampage was on my TV, but I didn't really pay much attention to it. But Dynamite, overall, is it just me or was it kind of like just there? Like the main event segment was really good though, but yeah, I didn't really. It wasn't anything too noteworthy outside of the main event angle. But yeah, man, what else? What else has happened? Just been eighth. I already spoke on the Jericho stuff, and I already said that I'm just not a fan, and he's probably never gonna be able to win me over because of I've already made up my mind. So at least I can admit that, yeah, my hatred for Jericho will not let me change my mind. It just won't at this point. It just won't. Do we think Malachi Black beats Adam Copeland? Because it kind of feels like he is. It almost feels like he is. But the fact that Malachi Black is in another, well, it kind of is a singles feud, right? It's like the entire House of Black versus Adam Copeland. But I don't know about him beating Edge, because Edge is doing some good work, and I don't know if Malachi can consistently have good singles matches anymore. We're gonna have to wait and see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about all that. The House of Black stuff. I mean, I love Brody King though, and he's wrestling Copeland this week on Dynamite, so that should be pretty good. But yeah, if Malachi beats Edge, it might be a. I'm interested to see the response from the fan base, cause yeah, I feel like the people like the idea of Malachi Black more so than actually him in 2024. But at Dynasty, he looked sharp. He looked better than his previous matches. So like I said, we'll see. If he has a stinker against Edge and he wins the belt, then I'm not gonna hold back. But if he looks good, I'll give him his credit. I'll be fair. But yeah, I guess I'm just warning you guys here that that I'll I'll be fair. But if he misses, that'll have been too many misses already, in my opinion. Who's Edge? Bro, Adam Copeland is just so it's it's like a million syllables, bro. Edge is one. But yeah, what else? Did we already cover most of the stuff? The returns of Roosh and Ray Phoenix. Um, Double or Nothing. There's no Collision today, so if Collision was on today, I probably would have streamed after Collision, but yeah, there's no Collision, so I was like, I'm still gonna stream anyway. It's Edge, y'all. Or I call him Cope. Cope. cope and seethe ratio. When is AEW getting Zack Saber Jr.? Hopefully never. I think they should. I don't think they should sign any more of New Japan's top guys. I want Zack Saber needs to stay in New Japan, and what New Japan needs to do on their end is give him the world title already, bro. Like, what's the holdup? What is the holdup? Moxley's not holding that world title past Forbidden Door, right? Is that the common consensus? Because I just feel like, yeah, there's no way he's gonna hold it past Forbidden Door. But him being world champion right now is still really cool. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, man, like, come on. Give Zack Saber the main belt, bro. It should be him beating Moxley, honestly, at Forbidden Door. But it's probably gonna be what? Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Naito again? Is he just gonna win the belt back? Tsuji beating Moxley. I would be all for it, bro. I would be all for it. Oh, did you guys see that Seth Rollins re-signed? I was so happy. I was so happy. He's staying with WWE. I'm the happiest guy ever. But also, yeah, we did get confirmation that Drew resigned as we most of us anticipated. Like we were all saying, nah, he's staying. Um, but yeah, the best news is that Seth Rollins is staying over there, and I don't gotta watch him on my favorite wrestling show. Shooter would be good. Shota Umino beating Moxley would be a nice like full circle moment. That'd be sick actually. Either Shooter or Tsuji. Cause don't get me wrong, I love Naito. I mean, the whole channel is named after him, bro. Come on now. Um, but yeah, his best days are behind him. Miro stinks, bro. Get him out of my company. The only time I'll refer to AEW as my company is when we're talking about wrestlers who don't want to be there. Get Miro out of my company. Get Danhausen out of my company. Get all those guys out of my company. Yo, Michael, I was at that show too, the first Forbidden Door, and yeah, I agree. Shooter was crazy over. It was the opening 6-man match, right? That was a beast. I think it'd be sick to see him win the world title against Moxley. But 2024 New Japan, bro, is crazy. Who knows what Gato has in mind? I remember when I thought Gato was like the greatest booker of all time, bro. Like, and now I'm just like, dang. It's kind of like a like early AEW Tony Khan. How I was like, man, this guy like knows what he's doing, bro. And now it's like I was like, you know, he'll do mostly good stuff, but His matchmaking is his biggest strength when it comes to Tony Khan. Oh nah, Steven, you're right. No, Gato's washed, but I would not put him at the. I wouldn't put him on a worst Booker list like at all. I would just say he's washed and um. Well, I don't know. Would I put him on a worst? Like for a calendar year, yes, but not like a, because Conan belongs on an all-time worst Booker list, if that makes sense. The only worst Booker list that Gato would ever belong on is like a calendar year one, but that's it. Because um, him being washed doesn't undo all the good he did back then. Like he had his moments. He was he was at the top of his game. I would say between like 2012 to like 2019, and yeah, because he was booking the show way back then, right? I don't know when he fully started as the main booker. Yeah, man, the whole Triple H thing, like, I think that's the most I think that's the most annoying part, that Triple H is, you know, this this genius. Cause trust me, I'm trying to be way more level-headed these days. I'll give him credit for the stuff he's done, but like the whole bloodline thing, bro. Like surprisingly, Vince booked most of that. Like Triple H only came in for for the final for the final stretch. But I guess for the other stuff, I guess people I guess people like him because the the NXT run and all that stuff. But in the words of Kendrick, when shit hits the fan, are you still a fan? There'll come a moment, bro, where he slips up, and we'll see if people are still gonna praise him to high heaven. Because for a while it looked like Tony Khan was, like the golden child too. It's happened with everyone actually, but it feels like it's happened longer with Triple H because Triple H had the benefit of running NXT and then taking over from Vince, and Vince was just all time horrible. So that anybody taking over after Vince was gonna be an upgrade. So he had the benefit of being put in a very complimentary position. I've seen yeah, Steven, and to add to your point, I've seen people complain that they don't like Triple H's really short pay-per-views because I think a lot of WWE pay-per-views these days only have like 5 matches. Some of them like 4. Yo, what the? So yeah, like, and you know why I think he does that? I think it's easier to earn praise when the show is short. Honestly, that's my conspiracy theory. I don't think it's too wild. I think it's harder to book an excellent show with like 8 matches. I think AEW has done it these past 2 months, man. Dynasty and Revolution are some of the best pay per views I've ever seen, and I'm not just saying that because World's End was not World's End was not of that quality. Actually, I thought it was like I didn't even review World's End. That's why I. That's how unimportant it felt. So yeah, yeah. I think that's a good thing. No matter what, at least you'll know that AEW will put on an all timer pay per view, and that's why I always get hyped for pay per views, no matter what. Like even if the TV, is up and down, or even if it's really good, even if it's bad, or somewhere in between, no matter what, more often than not, the pay per view is gonna hit. You know what's weird? I think the three pay per views that most didn't hit, all three of them had something in common. And I don't want to pin this on this guy because I'm a huge fan of his and I actually miss him a lot. But the three pay per views that didn't hit the most to me were all main evented by MJF, and I'm talking about All Out 2020. And so All Out 2020 was not even MJF's fault. It was what happened before the show. That was the show where Matt Hardy like almost died. Um, but also Full Gear. Full Gear was a good show, but that main event just left such a sour taste in my mouth. Like that whole Jay White MJF coming out of an ambulance thing was horrible, and someone should have put a stop to it. But also World's End was very weird show. But yeah, man. With that being said, I do miss MJF. I know I've been very critical of him, but I just hope that when he comes back, I know he'll be back as a face. I just hope he tones it down because he can be. I still believe he can be a really great face, but I don't want him to be like over the top, like super Cena. Also, Double or Nothing last year was pretty. Someone said Double or Nothing 2022. I think last year's show was actually weaker, but that show was a two match show basically. The four pillars four way and the main event Anarchy in the Arena. Jay White's gonna be just fine, but I wish that yeah, like I wish he got obviously not Okada level presentation because come on, Okada's in a league of his own, but um, at least like at least like now they're doing better. I will say that since the whole acclaimed thing ended, but like at least early AEW Kenny Omega presentation before Kenny Omega was world champion. I feel like he was still being treated like kind of like a big deal. But then again, that might be revisionist history. I remember a lot of people complaining about how Kenny was being used before he turned heel for the first time in AEW. So yeah, but yeah, they're doing you know, if anything is an upgrade from what the acclaimed and Bullet Club Gold were doing. But yep. I don't know what else to yeah, why aren't the elite winning era? Yep. That's exactly what it was. Exactly what it was. Yeah, like early yeah, that's exactly what like Jay White when Collision first started felt like really important. I'm not saying he needs to be world champion. Like, just make him feel like a main character, bro. Like a part of the ensemble cast per se. I'm kind of over the Acclaimed actually, and that's sad to say because obviously seeing their rise was really special. Seeing them go from like AEW Dark regulars to tag team champions was really, really, really sick. But in 2024, I just don't feel it anymore, man. They need a like a either a character change or something. Yes, Lone Wolf, I agree. Said to be fair, MJF had great main events at Revolution 23 and at All In. Um, Revolution 2023 was the greatest Iron Man match ever. I don't care what anyone says. Danielson and MJF killed it. As far as the All In main event, I thought it was good. There were parts of it I didn't like. I actually thought Adam Cole and MJF's first match on Dynamite was better. But yeah, that the All In main event was not bad by any means. So yeah, he did have good main events. So yeah, the thing about the crowd still liking the Acclaimed is it's different watching these shows in person compared to TV. Like if you're there in person, it's a whole different game, guys. Like even I was popping for like who do I not usually like cheer for? I don't know, like who was on the show like Top Flight, I guess. Like I think they're all right. I don't consider myself like a huge fan of them. They're all right, but yeah, for someone watching on TV, it's different. I guess it's I don't know. The acclaimed it's cuz ever since the acclaimed won the trios titles, it just felt like I don't know what it was. What I don't know why they did nothing with the titles, and we never will know why. Was someone injured or was it just the booking bad? That's the thing. We don't have all the context. So, but I do feel like that trios title run really just it soured me on the acclaimed personally. Oh crap. Yeah, and yeah, what Unlimited said is pretty true. It's not even the whole acclaimed. Like Anthony Bowens is great. It's mostly just Max Caster, and the fact that Billy Gunn should not be like why is Billy Gunn booked like like he's Roman Reigns, bro? Remember when he had a competitive match against Jay White? Jay White who beat Okada at the Tokyo Dome. Donnie, you say obviously injured, but it wasn't obvious. Nobody told us anything. That's the thing about AEW. They won't say if someone's injured, for better or for worse. Supposedly Max Caster suspended. I don't know if he's telling the truth. He said so on Twitter a few days ago. Can't wait for him to come back in like 2 months and make a very outdated joke on the Kendrick and Drake beef. Like by then it'll already be over, bro. But yeah, it's the acclaimed. We'll see. Yeah, guys. I really don't know what else to cover, but it was good to stream and hang out with y'all. Um, Dynamite this week is just Dynamite, right? It's not Collision or Rampage, right? So if that is the case, then I'm most likely gonna stream on Wednesday after the show. Well, Steven, to answer your question, because Max Caster is dumb and he lies on social media. Okay, no 3 hour block next week. I think we have a 3 hour block on Saturday next week, but not Wednesday. So I should be able to stream on Wednesday, even if it's a short one, just to react to the show. Well, as long as the show has something that is worth talking about, which it should. There's a really good storyline going on with the new elite, so we can talk about that. Yeah, I can't. If it were 3 hours every week, I would not be able to do that, man. I can't believe there's people who want AEW to go 3 hours weekly. It's too long, man. It's too long. Can't do that every week. So I'm glad it's not a permanent thing. I stream while you're asleep, man. Then these early streams are for you, my friend. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a day here. But it was good to hang out with y'all. And like I said, I'm anticipating to stream on Dynamite. No, not on Dynamite. On Wednesday after Dynamite. So hope to see you guys there. Will be the first post show stream in a while, right? So yeah. And I'll be working on the script for my next video essay where I try to map out the entire um elite storyline, the new elite storyline. Well, I'm gonna map it out how I would book it. And I hope that video does good. So yeah, guys, you guys take care. Thanks for coming along. Enjoy the rest of your day, rest of your weekend, wherever you are. Good night, good morning, good night. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, and peace.